Hello, lovelies. Welcome to this week's pick a card reading for March 29th through April 4th. Um, as you can see, again, 3 piles. I picked, what are they? Yu-Gi-Oh cards. My nephew's Yu-Gi-Oh cards because somehow they have been left in my care and I'm not quite sure why or how. I picked the pretty hollow ones. Honestly, I don't know any of these. Like, I watched Yu-Gi-Oh, but I only know, like, the original, right? Like, Dark Magician and that Blue Eyes White Dragon. Like, those are the only ones that I know. Except, there's one card my nephew has that I recognize, but I'm pretty sure it's also from, like, the first season or two of the show. I don't know. He looks like some sort of Egyptian god thing. You might know who I'm talking about. First pile is, what is this one? Odd Eyes Saber Dragon. It actually shows up on camera better than I thought. And again, I'm also sitting off to the side, so it might look different to me. This one is Frozen Lady Justice for pile number 2. Ooh, sparkly and pretty. And this one is, I have no idea. This guy's crazy looking. I can't even read it, it's so hollow. Corrupted Nether Soul Dragon? Corrupted Nether Soul Dragon creature thing. So feel free to pause. Take your time choosing a pile. Let's see. You don't even have to pause. I'll just fucking talk. Season 2 of Bridgerton is out. Anybody else watch it? Anybody else want to just, reach through the screen and flick Anthony in the head because he's an idiot a bunch of times? Because I did. Yeah. Love that show. Freaking great show. Anyway. 3 piles. Take your time. See it in the readings. Okay. Pile number 1 with this, Saber Dragon. Pop you over here. Let's see what the cards have for you. Oh, okay. This is Will of the Wisp in reverse. I'll show you to it right side up. Show it to you right side up. So you can understand what it looks like. This card in reverse is about broken promises, false friends, unreliability. Either you're making promises that you can't keep, or maybe you don't realize you can keep them. Maybe you're taking on too much and you won't be able to do all of those things. Or there's somebody in your life that is exhibiting this kind of behavior. All right, so obviously you're going to have to figure out which one of those applies to your situation. If you have friends that you can't count on or like are flaky, that sucks and I'm sorry. Let's see what the next one is. Ooh, okay. This is the 2 of Coins in reverse. This is about lack of organization or overextending, right? Putting yourself in an unbalanced situation, having too much on your plate could go to this Broken Promises card. So I think some of you might be doing too much, taking on too much. You overcommit to things. Maybe you're one of those people that has a hard time saying no. When people ask you to do things, and that's not great because then people will always expect you to help out, or like if it's at work, they expect you to pick up their slack because, oh, they'll do it. They always do it. No problem. And that's not good. And then you end up, ow. I hit the ring light, y'all. Ow. Yeah, some of you definitely might be taking on too much. And you need to find ways to reduce stress from your mind and your body. Normally, I think people recommend yoga for that shit. I've been doing yoga for 2 weeks. I can't move my calves. I don't know why that's the only area that's bothering me. on that. It's great. Try that. But yeah, this card, Two of Coins, also says that you have everything you need to correct this situation, or walk away from something if you need to. So even if this is like you have an unreliable friend, walk away from that situation because you don't need that nonsense in your life. But yeah, you need to bring your life back into alignment. Things are out of whack, whether it's somebody is there that you can't count on when you need them, or people are expecting you to always be there when they need you, and you're just overburdening yourself. All right? Let's see what the next one is. Ooh! Strength. Like that. Obviously, it's about strength. But it's also strength of overcoming obstacles, not necessarily physical strength. And using your inner strength to push yourself forward and succeed and do what you need to do in order to, move forward and progress with life, right? So either way, if you are overburdening yourself, or you have somebody who's unreliable, you might need to tap into some of your inner strength to deal with that situation. Okay? Let me take a sip of my coffee. I'm using my travel mug and it's like metal, so I'm trying to not drink too close to the mic because I'm pretty sure that would be annoying to hear that metal straw rattling around in that cup. Anyway, next. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Clarity, sound decision making, having a breakthrough, coming into a new wave of energy, and whether you're facing a hurdle that might seem too difficult to deal with, this card brings motivation, right? It encourages you to think logically and be communicative, right? Be clear on your personal truth and what you need and what benefits going to benefit you in the long run, right? And trust your instincts. That's always important. So like if something is too much or something doesn't feel right, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and be like, hey, no. All right? Because even like this breakthrough could just be you realizing I am doing the absolute most and I just physically cannot do it anymore. Or you're dealing with somebody who is just a right pain in your ass and you need to do something about it, right? Let's see what's next. Okay. 5 of Coins in reverse. These two, when they come out together, kind of indicate maybe a lack of concentration. And if you're taking on too much, you might find it hard to concentrate on things. Like you can't fully focus your attention on what you've taken on because you're worrying about the 10,000 other things you have to do. But it's important, that's why you should maybe not like maybe this is what helps you realize that there needs to be some sort of break. You're realizing maybe you have a problem staying focused and getting things accomplished because you have too much going on, or you have somebody who's unreliable to you, a friend, a coworker, what have you, and then that helps lead you to this like breakthrough moment, right? Ace of Coins, though, in reverse, on its own. This is good. I like this. This is about luck, triumph, improved finances, even recovery. Like if you've been having a hard time dealing with something, Or even if you haven't been feeling well, and if you've been doing the most, you might not be feeling well because you've run yourself ragged. This is an improvement to your health, and basically, like most areas of your life are going to see an improvement maybe when you start dealing with all of that, right? Especially, like, this card literally means, like, if you've been going through a hard time at work or in your personal life, expect a shift, right? Now might be a good time to try new things. Maybe if you haven't taken a lot of time for yourself in the past, maybe now's a good time to set some aside, try doing new things, pick up a hobby you haven't tried before, one you haven't done in a while, if you have something that you really used to love doing. And it's a card about focusing on what you want, okay? And not really so much like everybody else. Last one. Okay, Four of Cups in reverse. I like this one too. This is another one that's actually better off in reverse. So is the five of coins. It's also better in reverse as well. This card is about taking action and moving forward and overcoming your obstacles and maybe pushing yourself outside of the box and being able to see things in a new way, right? If you've been feeling stuck or trapped, that's about to end. And I think especially if you are in the habit of taking on other people's burdens, or like you have a hard time saying no to coworkers when they want you to do some of their work for them, you might feel trapped because you don't know how to say no. But I like this because this indicates that maybe you're going to come to a realization that maybe it is time to say no. And if you do have an unreliable friend or somebody in your life, coworker, whoever, you might now be starting to deal with that issue too and overcome that obstacle and pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and maybe talking to them about it and finally saying, hey, enough is enough, right? Positive change is coming with this card because you decide it's time to move forward. Ooh, I hit the mic, y'all. I don't know if you heard that, but if you did, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you've been struggling to find joy in life, that's going to come to an end. You're going to start to feel better, and I really like that because, like, I've done that. I worked in a restaurant where I had a coworker who was, like, for some reason at the end of the night just dying to leave. Like, I don't understand. Like, you worked 5 hours, not even. Like, suck it up. You can finish your shift. It's not that critical. Your girlfriend is going to be waiting at home for you. She ain't going nowhere. And he'd be like, hey, and bribe me with ice cream. I think I've told this story before. But, like, he would bribe me with, like, ice cream or whatever stupid shit to get me to finish his, like, cleanup at the end of the night. To the point where my boss noticed and said something. And then this kid, he was, like, in his 20s, right? He's like, oh, so you can clean for me tonight, right? He kind of, like, expected me to do it. And I said, no. And it was, like, a Friday. And I'm like, no, I got things to do. I got to go. I'm going to finish my cleaning and then I'm going to go home. I'm not going to be here an extra hour because you can't be bothered. And he never asked me again after that. He literally said to me, what can I give you to get you to do it for me? He was borderline begging. He was like, I need a new laptop. You want to give me one of those? And he said, no. I'm like, no, I ain't doing it. And he never asked me again. Also, did not work there that much longer. But still, while he was there, did not bother me again. My sister has the same problem. People are always asking her to cover shifts and shit at her job. And she tends to, like, say yes because it's extra money. But now even she's, like, when schedule comes out and everybody's texting everybody looking to change shifts, she ignores everyone, you know, because people will get used to you doing that and like take advantage, and don't let people take advantage of you like that. Okay? It's not good. It's not right. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to finish this. Final card is the Thunder card. This card is about staying true to yourself, because if you do that, good luck is going to come to you. Good things are going to come to you. All right? Put yourself first. I know it's hard, especially when you're not used to it. Small baby steps. Okay? Anyway, I'll let you go. You probably have better things to do than sit here and listen to me ramble. Goodbye. Okay, pile 2 with this lovely Lady Justice card. Yes, that's her name. Frozen Lady Justice. She is the Elsa of Justice. She actually does have like quite white hair. So focus. Her outfit's adorable, actually. Anyway, plop her over there. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, this card, one of the ones I cannot friggin' pronounce. I like this card. He is all about success and satisfaction in a job well done, right? Like, this is about feeling happy and satisfied in something that you've put your effort into, right? It's also about a helpful friend. So maybe you helped a friend with something, or a friend helped you complete something, and it's something that means a lot to you. Maybe it's something you've been working on a long time, or something you've always wanted to do and maybe thought you'd never have the opportunity, and maybe a friend helped you out with it, or maybe you just did it on your own, you know? But maybe you're either going to be working on something, or you're currently working on something that's going to make you quite happy once you've managed to complete it, whatever it is, whether it's physically making something or just like an accomplishment that you reach, right? Let's see what this next one is. Ooh, Temperance. Temperance is about balance and cooperating well with others. So even like that helpful friend, maybe you are a helpful friend. Good health. So if any of you have not been feeling so great, maybe you're going to start to see an improvement there. But really, temperance is kind of like, do you have areas of your life that are unbalanced, you know? Some of you might need to take some personal time and just like check in with yourself, right? Which is honestly generally a good idea for everybody at all times, because you know, when life happens, you kind of get away from yourself and you don't notice, and then one day all of a sudden you're like, why the hell am I so exhausted? Because you've been doing the absolute most and you didn't realize. Anyway, next card. Emperor. Lovely. The Emperor is about trustworthiness and consistency. Somebody who is confident. So that could be some traits that you exhibit, which are wonderful to have. Maybe those help in whatever this is. It could even be traits that friend of yours has, or you're just like a good friend. But he's also about making sure you approach things with careful planning and organization, right? The Emperor is capable of overcoming anything that comes before him, obstacles, problems, what have you, and so are you, because he's here. You know, the careful planning is what makes that possible, right? If you plan, then if an unexpected situation arises, you're usually better able to handle it. And maybe that's why Temperance is here. Maybe if you're working on something, or you're planning to start working on something, or working towards something, right? Um, Temperance reminds you to be balanced and keep yourself focused and in line. Um, and the Emperor says make sure you have a plan and you're organized, right? He's all about reaching a new level of mastery, usually in your work. So maybe you're trying to advance in your career, or you're working on something related to your job, like a work project or something. Um, Maybe you're studying to reach a higher position, something like that. Um, yeah, definitely. I think whatever it is that you're working on or working towards or planning to work on, you're doing it smartly, right? You're not rushing things, you're planning, you know, making sure you're going about it in a concise, well thought out, organized manner and not flying by the seat of your pants. You know what I'm saying? Next up, Eight of Cups in reverse. This is kind of about maybe feeling stagnant or being afraid to move on. Maybe a state of confusion. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe some of you, like, you'll reach this. Or even it could just be like you could feel proud of yourself, find success like this from just making a positive decision that helps propel you forward. Like, this card is about maybe not knowing which path you should take, which, hi, welcome to the world, that's most of us. Or like maybe not making the best choices for yourself, which is also quite common. Eight of Cups, consider all options, write a pros and cons list if that helps you. Because getting clarity or making a list, planning could help you make decisions easier or find the right decision to make that'll help move you forward. Maybe you're trying to decide what you should do if you want to try something new, do something new. Helpful. Maybe you talk to a friend about it and they help you make a decision. So some of you might some of you might have like a choice to make, or like the 8 says, you're not sure what path to take. Like, maybe you have an opportunity to further your education or start a new job or something like that. Just you have a new opportunity and you're not sure if you want to risk doing it. But planning, maybe talking to a friend, checking in with yourself and what you want and what you need will help you make a beneficial decision, which in turn will lead to feeling happy and it's a successful because you've made a choice that's going to benefit you in the long run. All right, let's see what the next one is. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning in your favor. Chance, destiny, fate, surprising new opportunities. What did I just say? Yeah, this card is a chance to learn more about yourself, trust your instincts, manifest your dreams. Your energy is aligning. High Temperance, align yourself. Everything is working out according to divine timing and intervention, but also common sense and planning, right? Good things are coming. Consult your friends if you have to. You should, maybe. I mean, if you feel like you need an outside opinion, that's kind of what they're there for. Okay? let's see what this last one is. Ooh, Nine of Swords in reverse. Prefer that to the upright. Thank you very much. That card is about letting go of anxiety. It's about optimism. It's about recognizing that you are probably your worst critic more than anybody else because, your mind is a bitch and a half. We're always harder on ourselves than other people are to us, usually. I mean, there are always exceptions, but usually we are harder on ourselves than anybody else is. Nine of Swords in reverse. Knock it off. It's time to minimize the negative self-talk, confront your inner critic, right? Like the Temperance card. Check yourself. And, start to see yourself and life from maybe a different perspective. So I think good things, I like that. That's good. Let's see what this Libra. Hi, can you get in frame, Libra? Thank you. I wasn't looking. Libra is another card that's about balance, much like the Temperance card, and it's about using calm and fair judgment to make decisions. So some of you probably have some decisions on what you want to do. If you've been thinking of, starting something new, a new project, a new hobby, a new job, maybe go back to school, whatever, make sure you have a plan. Maybe talk it out with some people. Make a pros and cons list if you have a hard time making decisions. If you are much like myself and have negative amounts of self-esteem, do as I say, not as I do, and tell that voice inside your head to shut its mouth. What's that movie? Oh, that Luca movie. They kind of talk about that voice in your head, and they call it Bruno, and they tell Bruno to shut up. Okay? That's not like the Encanto Bruno. It's a different Bruno. But I think the one from Luca is the one that needs not talking about. So you tell that inner negative you to shut it. It doesn't know what it's talking about. Okay? And yeah, I hope you liked this reading. And I will see you next week. Bye. All right, welcome to pile number 3 with this, what the hell was it called? Corrupted Nether Soul Dragon. The name of it is so hollow, I have to hold it to my face like I'm visually impaired. Just so I can read it. Also, I mentioned Bruno from Encanto in the previous reading, and now I have that damn song stuck in my head. So, hopefully I'm not gonna end up humming it, because Disney is a nightmare with anything that resembles any sound of their music. Yeah, now I know what I'll be listening to when I get done doing this, because it's gonna haunt me for days. All right, first card up. Oh, this card is not the dude. It's this fairy up in the corner. Focus. It's this Tinkerbell looking chick up in the corner, right? She's supposed to represent like that green fairy, like the absinthe green fairy, because you see there's even a green bottle on the table here. That card is about fantasy, chasing an illusion, recklessness, restlessness, too many S's, impossible dreams, even in some cases clandestine love, like like Romeo and Juliet was one of those. Not that things are going to end in tragedy, because that's a fictional story, but people have a tendency to get into relationships knowing that they're going to be a disaster, or that you're volatile together. But let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. Ace of Cups in reverse. That's an end of relationship card for some of you. Troubles in your relationships, turbulence, breakups. It's also just a general indicator of bad news, right? Unexpected negative circumstances. So for some of you, you might be having relationship problems. Some of you, brace yourself. There might be some like unexpected negative situation coming. It won't last forever. It's not the end of the world. It's not like, you know, it's not like an earth-shattering situation. It's not terrible. And even the relationship card, that could just be like you might have a friendship that falls apart because it happens, right? Um, but Ace of Cups says whatever the situation is, it won't last forever. This is not the end. You can pick up any pieces, um, you know, compile your life lessons and move on, right? Things will get better in the long run. So, actually, also on the positive side of this card, um, it could also be about taking some time for yourself, right? Self care is very important, um, and a lot of us tend to neglect it. This card is about taking all the time you need. I'm going to say this as somebody who does not do this. Come out of your shell, you know? um, when you feel better, right? If you have anything negative happen to you, if you have a friendship or a relationship that falls apart, take some time for yourself. Make sure you have everything you need to feel happy and whole and comfortable, and then, you know, let your friends drag you somewhere. I say that. I have like 2 friends. I go nowhere. One of my friends doesn't even live in this state. I go to work and come home. Do as I say, not as I do. All right? I am an old spinster lady. Don't be like me. But you know, things will get better from this. And honestly, like sometimes when things like this happen, it's things that need to happen in order to help you progress and grow and move forward in life and as a person. Okay? Oh, yeah. Hi. 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. Hi. 3 of Cups is about celebration and happiness and good times coming your way. Spending time with people who love you and appreciate you. Okay, so maybe you need to take some time for yourself and maybe just like hang out with your friends, hang out with your family, do things that make you feel good and fulfilled. Because those are the things that are going to make you happy. And I don't know, I feel like maybe the people picking this pile like need that. Need a little bit of happiness. Yeah, let's see. 8 of Swords. I like this. It's in reverse. This is 8 of Swords in reverse. You see that little number there at the top is how I know. Little upside down numerals right there. This card's about being productive. It's about finding a way out, finding a way to take control, freedom, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So whether you've been in a shit relationship or you're chasing a dream that's going nowhere, which if you are, I'm sorry, that always sucks. That's hard, and it's hard to let go of something, especially if you've wanted it like a long, long time. But this card is about taking inventory of your life, acknowledging anything that's keeping you tied to the past, any anxieties or fears you might have, anything that's keeping you from moving forward and like feeling empowered and loving yourself, because those are important things, and sometimes the past has a way of creeping in and ruining that. But I feel like you might have had some issues, whether it's a failed dream or a failed relationship, but you're you're going to come out of it okay. You're going to be happy. You just need to take some time for yourself and, really reevaluate where you are and who you want to be and what truly makes you happy, right? All right, that's important. Doing things that make you happy is important. Ooh, next we have the Chariot. This is about determination, success, willpower. It's a sign of encouragement. It's about overcoming obstacles and, achieving what you want to achieve, right? Whether that's just, being happy again, or you find something new to focus on, something that's maybe a little more attainable. It's about feeling motivated and in control. If you've been in a stagnant situation, which if you've been maybe chasing a dream and you have a hard time moving that dream forward, you might have been a little bit stagnant. This is, you're coming out of that stagnant energy and overcoming the challenges that you've been facing. But, it reminds you to keep focused and believe in yourself, because that in the long run is going to really help you achieve any new goals you might have. Last one. Ooh, this is the 10 of Swords in reverse. This card is about persevering and rising above, building something new, things improving in your life, and forgiving those in the past who have wronged you. So especially if you're coming out of a relationship or a friendship that went south, or you have some like past issue. And even like forgiving people, they always say like forgiveness is more for yourself than the other person, because you're carrying that negative energy and that just anger with you all the time, and that's not healthy and that's not good. So even if you don't like actually physically forgive somebody, you just do it silently, mentally on your own. That counts. That works. Like, let them think you still hate them and you're mad at them, because you kind of like still are, even though you forgave them. But they don't need to know. They don't need to know you forgave them. It's for your own personal benefit. Anyway, this last one. Ooh, the Fly card. Fly is about chance. It's about taking a leap of faith and embracing positive relationships in your life. The Three of Cups, same way. Hang out with people who love and appreciate you, right? Your family, your friends, your good friends, if you have one that turned out to be shit, because we've all had those friends. Yeah. I think if you've been going through a hard time, you might finally start to realize that something needs to change, and you're going to work through that energy, and you're going to come out the other side happier. And that's good. Everybody who watches these videos, I just want you to be happy, because everybody should be happy. So anyway, that's it for this reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week.